How exactly does a big tree turn into paper? After watching this, you'll truly admire how our ancestors invented paper over 2,000 years ago. The papermaking process can be broken down into 3 main steps. Step 1. From log to wood chips. The logs used in papermaking typically come from pine, mountain trees, flowering trees, and poplar, trees with long fibers that grow quickly. Once harvested, these logs are transported to a processing plant where the real work begins. First, the logs are cleaned using steam or hot water to remove surface dirt, sand, or even ice and snow. If the logs are too long, they're cut down to prevent them from jamming the equipment in later stages. Next, the logs are fed into a large rotating metal drum to remove the bark. Inside the drum, the tumbling motion causes the logs to collide and rub against each other, loosening and shedding the bark. Then the logs go into a wood chipper. Rotating blades slice the logs into small wood chips about 3 to 5 centimeters long. Since the size and shape of these chips directly affect pulp quality, they are screened afterward, and any that don't meet standards are recut. Finally, the wood chips are stored in large chip silos. Step 2. From wood chips to pulp. After entering the plant, the chips are first treated with steam to evenly distribute moisture. Then they're passed through a chip washer to remove small stones, twigs, nuts, and other debris. From there, the chips are pushed by screw conveyors into a storage bin and then transported by water flow to a dewatering screw press, where excess water is separated from the chips. Next, the chips are steamed again to soften the lignin in the wood fibers. This weakens the bonds between fibers, making them easier to separate in the next machine. The chips are then fed into a refiner, where they pass through a narrow gap between a stationary and a rotating disc. High pressure and rapid spinning force the fibers apart. During this process, heat and steam cause any remaining moisture to evaporate. And just like that, we get wood pulp. However, the pulp must be screened to remove fibers that weren't fully separated. These go back for another round of refining, while the qualified pulp is stored in large tanks. Step 3. From pulp to paper. To make high-quality white paper, the pulp must be bleached. Common bleaching agents include chlorine, hydrogen peroxide, or oxygen. These chemicals break the carbon bonds in lignin to remove its color, leaving the pulp fibers cleaner and whiter. The bleached pulp is mixed with water and sent through a deaerator to remove air bubbles, ensuring consistent pulp quality. Then the pulp is sent to the paper machine. It's sprayed through 130 nozzles evenly between 2 forming fabrics, forming a wet, thin layer of fiber, almost like a soggy sheet of felt. Next, water is removed using multiple suction boxes, leaving the fiber on the fabric surface. At this stage, the pulp still contains about 80% water, so it goes through press rollers, which squeeze it between 2 felts to remove more moisture and flatten it out. Then comes the drying stage. The pulp passes over many steam-heated drying rollers, gradually evaporating the remaining water. After drying, the paper surface is still somewhat rough, so it goes through a calendaring machine equipped with 10 rollers, 4 of which are heated to 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit, to smooth and give it a glossy finish. Finally, after passing quality checks, the paper is rolled into giant reels, up to 100,000 meters long and weighing up to 40 tons. These rolls are then cut to different sizes according to customer needs and distributed through various channels until they reach us. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome tech stories from the future.